On our way to Dartmoor for a wild camp. I don't know what I'm going to use yet. You've got the hammock with you, ain't you? The drama.
Yeah. But I've got my bivvy just in case.
So yeah, Jay's got his drama, he's got his bivvy, so we don't know what we're going to find when we get there. We don't know what the setup is, so we've got far too much gear. Far too much gear. When you see film later on and it looks like we've got everything with us, it's because we've got everything with us. Did you bring the kitchen sink? Location, just whether it's I haven't seen any local. It's been no, me neither. What's this side? Well, this is like a round river walk. Hello, welcome to the channel. We're out today on the wonderful Dartmoor and we're just looking for a suitable spot to spend the night. And it's absolutely gorgeous. A bit rainy, but the location is beautiful. Weather's on and off at the moment. There's a house, something there. Right there in front of you. Goose on the top. I've been there the whole time. It's raining again. That's Fernworthy Reservoir behind that dam. And we're just doing the round reservoir walk. Hello. So I just thought I'd take a quick moment to say hello again. All the views absolutely stunning behind me and the sun's out and it's stopped raining. And just see what the plan is for today. So first of all, the plan is to find somewhere to camp and then decide whether we're going to use tarps or bivvies or bashers or whatever when we get there. We haven't really spotted actually no, I'm going to rephrase that, we've spotted loads of locations, but none that we want to camp in yet, so we're just going to continue this walk around. If we don't find any here at the Reza, we'll move on into the park a bit more and see if we can find somewhere else. But what a beautiful view. Beautiful. Beautiful, Mr. Matthew. It's Dartmoor, he said. It'll be fun, he said. Found a dry spot. It's a good job it's not cold because it's bloody wet. Yeah. You probably hear the rain. We just went for a walk around the reservoir. We found a nice spot. We're going to go back to it, but we thought just while this is blowing over, we take out in this hive. and we're gonna have a little bit to eat, and then move on. Welcome to the camp kitchen. Oh, yeah.
Do you want them for your supper?
Say again?
Do you want the trout for your supper?
A trout?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Do you fancy a bit of fish, Shay?
Yeah, why not?
Awesome,
Let's
yeah.
go for it.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'll put it out there. I can.
Oh, don't go for it.
Oh, you cleaned it?
Well, I took mine because I was taking them.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
That's fine.
Thank you. We will.
Cheers.
First job, as always, get a brew on. And as I'm using the big burner for cooking dinner, I'm going to use the little burner just to get the cooking done. You'll have seen this before, it's my little mess burner. As well.
The top's not so bad. The top's dry. It's just okay.
So that's the water on for the brew, and the next thing is get set up for cooking this fish and the steaks. So this lovely bit of trout has been supplied to us by a very friendly man named Jeremy, who we were speaking to earlier. He was doing some, I think it was fly fishing down by the edge of the reservoir, and as we came up we explained, you know, we're just going to have a quick bite to eat before we move on, and he really kindly offered us this piece of trout. So Jeremy, if you are watching, I know I gave you the channel and that, and I'll definitely make sure that the name of the res is in the name of the title of the video. So thank you very much. We're going to look forward to this.
I do like these little puffer jackets because of this reason.
What reason?
They fit perfectly into a little stuff sack.
Does it not fall into its own pocket?
No, it's got a stuff sack.
What did you tell me?
Fortunately, I think I can access it from here.
What's that noise?
That's my Bob's kitchen. Late.
This morning it was. So yeah, we did a recce, went round the reser, found a likely spot, got the gear, lots and lots of gear, and now we are back on the trail to go back to the spot that we found, and then hopefully set up the tarps before the next bit of rain comes. Been raining on and off now for, well, all day, innit? It'll come down for about 20 minutes, really heavy, come down for about 20 minutes. Then it eases off and it's lovely and sunny. So,
Typical British weather.
yeah. So we're just taking this dry spell to get up there. We've talked to a couple of lads on the car park, and they're doing the same. But they're wandering off to a different part of Dartmoor. All right, lads, if you're watching. If you're wondering why there appears to be a shopping bag on my back, it's because there is. So sometimes when we go out, we take the ready meals and the wayfarers and all that kind of stuff, and freeze dried. But every now and then when we go on a wild camp, we like to have a proper dinner. So tonight we are having Chinese chicken curry. So in the bag at the top there are all the fixings for that, and then proper cooked breakfast in the morning, which depending on the weather we may do in the same place that we've just had surf and turf, steak sandwiches followed by a bit of trout. Oh, squelch, squelch. So if it's raining heavily in the morning, we'll probably just pack up and go there, have some breakfast before we head out. Heavier than they look, these bags, Jay.
Yeah.
And I bet they look bloody heavy. Viewers may remember this bridge from an earlier episode of Walking Round the Lake. Somewhere up here we should be peeling off. This way. Jay, it's here.
So this is our view. Beautiful.
So this is hail over Dartmoor. I don't know if you can hear me over it. Waiting for that to die down before I carry on setting up the bridge hammock. It has absolutely hammered down for about the last hour, but it's stopped now. We've got some more coming in, we can see it over there. Yeah, originally the plan for me, indeed at least, was to set up the basher as a bridge hammock between these two trees, that one there and that one there. Unfortunately the bash is so long that when I put the tarp over it, it didn't quite cover it to the ends, and then we had a very, very heavy downpour, and the rain just came in either side, filled the basher with water, the bridge hammock with water, and I just thought, well, I can't use it, it's not going to work here. I'd probably really need a 4x4 or 5x5 or a 3x5 or something like that tarp to be able to use the basher as a bridge hammock in the wet. I mean, it'd be fine, you know, just as something to sit on in the summer and that, but certainly not going to be able to camp in it, I don't think. So anyway, I've set myself up. I've got the Adirondack shelter underneath there, which I've hiked right up just to give me a bit of space, because we're expecting more rain, so I want some space just under here to, well, just to enjoy the evening. And then I just put the basher up. Originally I just put it up to dry, and I thought, you know what, if I'm putting it up to dry, I may as well make use of it. So I've just hooked it up in the middle there, and that gives me all that space. So loads and loads of room there, and then if it starts to rain later, Joe, I'll probably come over and we'll sit under there and have a few beers. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Let's have a little wander around where we are. So that's the reservoir. Somebody's dog's getting told off. But it's going to be a wonderful place to wake up to. The sun is setting sort of behind us, and it rises pretty much over there. That's where it was when we got here. It was just coming up over there, so it's going to be really pleasant in the morning in this little spot. I say it's going to be really pleasant in the morning. It's scheduled to piss down, isn't it, Jay? Tomorrow morning. Yeah, so it's not going to be pleasant. It would be pleasant in the morning if it wasn't going to be pissing down with rain. Managed to learn how to get it into seat mode properly then.
Yeah. And that is my view. I'm sitting here.
Beer o'clock. Beer o'clock.
Sounds about right.
And today is a couple of hobgoblins. Jay. It's a fair bit busier than we thought it would be. Very, very popular sort of dog walking spot, obviously. So we've got a lot of people walking down this path that I'm on now. We're tucked away in the hills. I'm going to see what we look like from over here where we can see them. It stopped raining. It stopped raining. It stopped raining. Hopefully that should be it now till about 10 o'clock tonight. So we'll be able to sort of sit out and enjoy the views and the sunshine for a couple of hours with maybe a beer. Maybe. It's so warm in that sun now. It's beautiful. Oh, that water's cold. Weird thing is though, that's the first time I've ever done that. But I actually feel really warm now. Very refreshing. Okay, time to do a little bit more cooking. And today we are having a Chinese meal. We're going to have a chicken curry and egg fried rice. First of all, I want to soften up some mushroom, not mushroom, you loot mushrooms. Is it mushrooms you loot?
Yeah, don't put mushrooms in.
I'm going to just soften up this bit of onion first of all. Ooh, yeah. these big bits of onions go into the curry, and then I've got to do some thinly sliced ones for the rice. Don't touch that, it's hot. Where's my little pot grabber gone? Ah, there we go. I do like that sound. I was thirsty.
Oh, that's roomy.
Yeah, it's a special treat for everybody, isn't it? Me naked swimming in the reservoir. Right, I think this chicken isn't far off, so let's have a look inside one. Medium, you like yours, yeah?
Nope.
Oh, that's all it. Oh, it's fucking whiskey time. Here's a top tip for you. If you're going to have eggs, stick them in a bottle, give them a shake and just accept that you're going to have an omelette. Much easier to carry. There's 3 eggs in there, and we'll save some for breakfast, but I want some in this egg fried rice, so okay, so that's all ready now for the rice. Good. I suppose if I leave the curry there like that and bleed it with rice, and you can spoon more if you want onto it, can't you? Yeah. Oh, shit, so you're half enough on the rice to start with.
Bon appetit.
Yeah, man, looking good. Good. Was it?
Well,
I just throw it in my sleeping area then. Anyway, you don't know what you'll see. So normally, around about now, me and Jay will just settle down with a few beers or whiskey. We've had something to eat, and then we'll just chat until the fire dies down or the weather gets too bad that it's time to go to sleep. But this time, I left the camera rolling. I'm not going to include it in here. There's 50 minutes of me and Jay just talking shit, really. But if you feel that that's something you might want to go and have a look at, I'll link to the video here. Now, I'm not putting this video on the channel, so the only way anybody's ever going to watch it is if they hit this point in the video and then they follow the link, or if one of you guys share it, which you're more than happy to do. I'm just not publishing it. But the question is, if you do go and watch it, let us know what you think. Is it worth me leaving the camera rolling when we're settling down, or is it something that you should make me promise never to do again? I think the dog found a truffle. Again, thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. It just lets us know that we're doing something that people want to watch.
So now that you've got your socks and underpants back on.
So this is where I'm staying. My little fire going. I've thrown a considerable amount of heat underneath there. Jay, yeah. Do you want me to come back in a minute? Jay is he's here using his little bush box thing. There she blows. And that's a heat-proof mat he's got it sat on there. So it's the first time we've used this, so it'll be interesting to see how it copes. I mean, it's really weird because it just feels like a bit of plastic. But apparently, yeah, it's a heat-proof mat, fireproof mat, so it'll be interesting to see how that copes. I can see some scorching underneath it, but hopefully that's all it is. And it's just starting to rain again. But fortunately for me, the rain tends to come from over there somewhere, so the fire should still be a little bit protected, hopefully. Hear the geese? This is the little fire table that I got. This is the first time I used it in the Twisted Fire Starter video, but I never really spoke about it. So this is, it's like a stainless steel mesh. It's got stainless steel legs which all unfold, and then a stainless steel mesh tabletop which you can build your fire on. Now, good thing about it, when you're building your fire, you've got air coming underneath, so it actually catches really easily. This is some kindling that we brought with us because we knew it was going to be really wet. The wood was all going to be wet. It's been raining for days, so we brought some kindling with us, but honestly it caught so easily. Hey, let's put a bit more on, because the air could get underneath it, and it's just it's fantastic. It's really good. It's thrown out enough heat to keep us warm, enough light that we can have a conversation and a chat. And for less than 20 quid, I can't remember, I think I paid 16 for it. I'll double check. There'll be a link anyway in the video to the one that I bought. And it's just amazing. You should definitely get one. There's going to be no scorch marks on the ground when we're done. You know, nobody's going to be able to tell that there was ever a fire here. And it's just brilliant. It's running about midnight. We just went for a wander, and while looking up at the stars we saw Elon Musk's satellite train, which obviously got our attention, so we watched that for a bit. And then obviously as you're watching that and you're in the dark, your eyes become more accustomed to the light, or the lack of. So more and more stars became apparent, and then we saw a couple of shooting stars, a couple of meteors. First one was really bright, only short, going from left to right. And the next one, it was like a really long one coming to sort of like from the horizon towards us. And that was like I say, not as bright, but it seemed to last forever. So yeah, it's been it's a nice clear night. Got the fire going. There's the fire over there. Just burning off the last of the wood, really. Like I say, we bought this little bag of kindling with us because we knew it was going to be, everything was going to be so damp. We would never have got a fire going, so we brought this little bag of kindling on the way in, and that's just been keeping us company for the last couple of hours. Time to go to sleep now, I think. It's going to rain in the morning. We had a little bit of rain this evening, but nothing too much. What are you doing, Jay? What's this? What are you sorting out? Everything okay?
Hey?
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we'll say good night and we'll see you in the morning. Good night. Good morning. Slept like a baby last night. Rained really heavily though, so not long finished. Raining. And it looks like the sun's trying to come out for a bit. So I think I'm going to get dressed. Start thinking about breakfast. Start thinking about tidying up. Oh, 7 o'clock. The sun's trying to come through. Oh, that's nice. That's lovely. Bit grey over here. That's where the rain's gone. Great location, this. Yeah, there was a bit of a wind last night. I got up, and then, as I say, the rain, which woke me up this morning about 5ish. But it was one of those sort of background things. It didn't wake me up. Jason's snoring away. Yeah, I think I'm going to get up. Here comes the rain again. It's okay. We don't mind. I think what I'm going to do is get some breakfast on. Good morning. sun again. Here comes the sun. And it's nice and warm as well. Feel the heat from it. Star of the show for me, this as last night. Star of the show. Yeah. That's just enough fire. Need a massive blaze because we weren't cooking or anything like that, so it was absolutely perfect.
It's chocolate, well.
What?
Chocolate, well.
Definitely worth its place. You not fancy a swim this morning, Jay?
Yeah, you can do.
Right, I need to get some of this shizzle squared away now. Got the sleeping system out, done, put away, packed. Just need to get everything else in the bag. Tarps will be the last thing to come down. I'm not sure whether we're going to eat here or move on. As you can see, this is where we was last night. Yeah, so we're done now. There's where I was. Jay's over there, and yeah, spotless, exactly as we found it. Raining again, so I think the plan is we're going to go back to the where we parked. There's a bird watching hide. It's where we did lunch yesterday, so I think the plan is we're going to head there and do a bit of breakfast because it's a bit wet and we want to be in a bit dry. Smile for the camera. There was a big old owl just sat on those trees over there as we walk around the corner, and it flew off that way, so we might see it, we might not. So I'm just going to run the camera for a bit in case we catch it again. Probably the one that kept you awake all last night, Jay. Eggs, beans, various sauces, a bit of bread, more beans, bacon, and sausage. So sausage, bacon, egg and beans. How's that sound?
A bit of brown on there. Still a little bit.
having a bit of fun with the lads we saw yesterday. Do you want to tell what you're doing, Jay?
So I'm just going to stick these on their cars. But I hope you find it funny because I think it was just a joke.
Does it stick in the wet?
Yeah.
Or does it need to go underneath the windscreen wiper as well?
No, just do it. If it slides off.
Of course, the funny thing is that if somebody else turns up now, before you get back and see those, they're going to think they can't park here. Anyway, I hope your trip was a good one, lads. Yeah, we know it was a wet one because ours was. I think, considering the weather, it was actually a pretty good trip. I enjoyed that. What about you?
Yeah, it was good.
In fact, I think because of the weather, partly because of that little bit of adversity, it sort of adds to the excitement, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If you're wondering what kind of weather we're talking about. So this is the view from the other side of the Reser. We were right there. There's a tree just there. I don't know how clear it is on here, but that's the tree that we was at the foot of and looking out that way.